Is that supposed to happen? I will just have to swallow my fears. You are there. We harvest everything we can in the short Norwegian summer and autumn. But since we live off-grid, the storing of the food always is a problem. We built a root cellar last year, so a lot of things goes there now, but we also make jam, wine, lay it in vinegar, salts, dries, and lots of, yeah, I don't think there aren't anything we haven't tried. The freezer, that's for meat. And it's always over full, so now we have reached a point where we have to think of something new, and we read a lot and did a lot of research, and we learned that the only way to preserve something without salt and vinegar or sugar is to pressure can it. So we order a pressure canner online, and now it has reached us.
Presto pressure canner.
Yay! Finally it arrived! Pressure canning is not a thing here in Norway, so we had a lot of trouble finding the right jars, but we ended up ordering this Norges Glass, which is sort of the Norwegian version of mason jars. So we really hope they will be okay. Chanterelle will be our first try to can. We have a lot of them this year, and it is always a problem that it is hard to dry them and to preserve them this late in the year. I am preheating the jars together with the leads in warm water. I'm way too stressed since it's the first time to adjust the camera angle and so on, so sorry about that. I think I have my hands full with just trying to remember everything. Over here I'm boiling up water to start in the pressure cooker. 80 degrees Celsius to start up. Just starting to boil, so 10 minutes till this one also is finished. I started with 7 kilos of mushrooms, so quite a lot. I have 7-liter jars, so I hope it will be enough. They are shrinking immensely, so I'll just have to show you this color. This is mushroom cooking water. I will use that in the jars. All that good taste. And here are the most of it. Whew. And I have preheated jars. This is the last of the mushrooms, so not worth to notice that 1 kilo of mushroom goes in a 1 liter jar. Okay, so now I'm going to fill it up with the mushroom water. Getting out air bubbles. Maybe too full. This may be why it must be boiled. I will not add salt because we eat way too much salt already. So it's great to not have to put salt in. I don't have any fancy things, so I'll just measure around 2.5 centimeters of headspace. I am so afraid to do something wrong and now make all this go to waste. Okay, I have double checked and it should be okay. Now I will just wash up the top. Okay, it's just a clean cloth with so finger tight rings. And now is the part that I am most anxious about, the pressure cooker. I have done a lot of preparations looking over the cooker, so if this is your first time, also find good instructions, not use me. This is my first time, so I will not show how to use the pressure cooker step by step. I will only show my first experience. So, okie dokie. So first, water till the lower mark. This is pre-boiled. Okay. Here they are. Whew. Bye bye. Cooker on. It will come steam up there, and here's a pressure valve. Behind here is another safety valve, so I don't think there are many things that can go wrong if I'm just following every instructions, but I'm so scared right now. Okay, but first now I will only preheat it and let steam out. Finally it's coming steam out. I have been some meters away in fear of explosions, but it is working like it's supposed to. Okay, dokie. 10 minutes has passed, and I will put this little thingy on. Okay. Okay, is that supposed to happen? Isn't it just supposed to rise up? I think maybe something is wrong because it still won't rise. It doesn't look sealed at all, so I will turn it off and troubleshoot. I'll wait for 10 minutes and I will try to check. Oh, thank God. It looks okay in here. No damaged glass or anything. I will go through everything one more time when it has cooled down and just start again. I think maybe that I haven't got the proper seal. Maybe I didn't close it proper. This vent thingy was okay. There was nothing wrong. I didn't find anything wrong with anything else either, so I will just have to swallow my fears and try again. Oh, it finally on take 2 went up and sealed this deal. Now you can see here it is moving up, the pressure. It has to go to 11 for the mushrooms. And when it reaches 11, it will boil for 45 minutes to be finished. It makes normal boiling sound and a little bit of steam gets out, not much. We are there. Perfect. I'm not so scared anymore. I will just wait for the next 45 minutes and turn the heat a little bit up and down. I have to get used to make this on the wood stove. This is taking far too much of a pain. Time's up. It has gone quite well. I have been surprised of how much time it takes, and I have learned to troubleshoot a bit. I think it will go much easier the next time. Now I will just turn off the heat. Whew. This has been nerve-wracking. Okay, so when this thing gets down and the pressure has sunk in the kettle, I can open it. Just wait another 10 minutes. So it's one glass that looks normal, Here has a lot of the liquid disappeared. Same here. Yeah, there's only one that hasn't lost liquid and is bubbling. And yeah, brown water up in this. Maybe it is the jars. I don't think that this has sealed at all, except for the one in the middle, so 1 out of 6. Unfortunately, we can't buy mason jars cheap or medium cheap or at all here in Norway, so this was the best thing I could get, new Norges Glass. I will cool them down and see tomorrow if they have sealed. It's the next morning. They have rested for 14 hours. So, time to loosen the rings. Nope. It hasn't sealed at all, just like I feared. This one is the one that I think sealed. Yeah, it looks different. That's sealed alright. Yay, 1. Oh, completely loose. I have to do all this again later, but now I must go outside to tend to the animals for some hours. 1 out of 6 glasses. Later I will try to do all this again, but I will take it in reused marmalade jars. Okay, next evening and test number 2 on the same batch of mushrooms. Now with the reused jars. I'm not as scared now, so I think this will go fine. I think it was the jars that was made for pressure cooking. I hope for better success now and that I'm learning fast. Look cool. These ones looks just like they should. Lots of happy bubbles inside. Again, we are at the next morning and it's time to check if they are sealed this time. Vacuum. You can see the middle is pointing down. Not this one, it is going more up than down. Yeah, and the lid is moving. This one is not. So, not this one. So 1 out of 7 this time when I reused old jars. I will not reuse this jar again, but this will be my starting jar then, so I can taste on this. I will make the first try. I love to have fresh mushrooms there, so this will be the first try with canned. Just some herbs from the garden. And now I will put them in the oven. The taste is actually more mushroom than it usually is. Maybe because they are boiled in more or less their own hybrids. I feared that the consistency would be even more wet, slimy, but it's not. It is actually, yeah, more or less the same as if they only were fried in a pan. It's good. I can use these big jars, I think, because we love mushrooms, both of us. I hope me and my new friend here will get better acquainted over time. This has been a good learning experiment for the next step, which will be, I think, new jars. And I will try with some more vegetables before I go to meat, just to get a good seal on every jar. I'm not taking any chances here. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there in YouTube land. Bye! I just had to share that we already have had much better success with the next batch of jars. We found these metal lids that are for mason jars, and they actually fit to the Norges Glass. So a little bit tricking, and it actually worked quite well. I'm getting the hang of it, and I'm not afraid of the pressure cooker anymore.